It all began with a nationwide search for people looking for adventure and who could take 3 weeks out of their lives to find it. Nearly 1,000 replies came down to 19 of them. 19 people with no idea of what they have let themselves in for. Over a 2-day audition, they would be tested mentally and physically. Then 7 would be eliminated, leaving 12 to take on this adventure of a lifetime.
My name's Herbie.
Debbie.
Paul. Matt. Thomas. Chris.
Kieta.
My name's Hugo. Evo.
Ali. I'm Sunny.
My name's Angus. Daniel.
Susan. Nika. My name is Nikki. Anna.
Clint.
Loretta.
Tonight, we follow the 19 as they strive to make the final 12 and then discover the delights and dangers of what we really have in store for them. Not until they reach the airport will the final 12 have any idea where they're going or what their mission is. Right now, they may be dreaming of an island holiday, but tonight, that dream will be shattered. What they don't know yet is that they will be sent to survive on an uninhabited island. Their mission, to find the secret behind the legend of Treasure Island.
Okay, morning ladies and gentlemen. I'm Andrew, this is Joe. We're your instructors for the day. First task of the day, you're going to be dividing yourselves into teams according to the colours of your bandanas, making your ways to these materials over here and constructing rafts on which you must get yourselves to the schooner that's out in the harbour here.
Andrew Welch is a corporate team builder, a man used to testing and training business executives in the triumph of the team over the individual.
And the second thing to remember is it's a race and it begins now, so go for it.
Out of these 19 disparate individuals, we're looking for 12 who will cope with what's to come. 12 who will survive when they finally set foot on Treasure Island.
Who wants to swim?
She's a snug one.
One thing that's obvious is the brash, the bossy, the prospective leaders will emerge immediately.
Use that piece of wood, snap it in half, and wrap some tape around and make a paddle.
I have to step back sometimes. I come to decisions really, really quickly, so sometimes I just have to stop, close my mouth and listen, and consciously let somebody else come up with some ideas.
Basically, all of the people that are going to be right need to come to the back.
I tend to value my own opinion on things, and I think I've got a reasonably good, sense of judgment. I make decisions fairly quickly, but have a good sort of gut instinct.
If the group's not going well, then I'll push in and try and lead it. But otherwise, unless they don't like me, then I'll get on their nerves quite badly.
We got 2 words to say to you! 1, 2, 3, suck it!
In this exercise, the teams have been asked to build a vessel that will protect half their group from the water and then get their team and the raft 200 metres out to the waiting boat. But an immediate pattern has emerged. All the men and just one woman are doing the swimming and therefore all the hard work. The participants are already relying heavily on their teammates, which is exactly what they'll have to do on Treasure Island, at least in the beginning.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
The first task completed, the 19 quickly begin to bond. They are cheerful, confident, together, convinced that their ability to work as a team will triumph over all. But that is only half the battle, because one day, before the end of the series, there'll be just 2 of them left, and the last thing they'll care about then is each other. There can be only one winner who will, in the end, find the secret of Treasure Island. The 19 hopefuls will spend the next 2 days on Motuhi Island, a conservation reserve with a current population of just 4. But compared to where our final 12 will end up, this is a luxury resort. For 2,000 kilometers away, a real adventure is waiting to begin.
I'm 24.
I'm 42.
36.
24. I'm from Auckland. I'm a project manager with an IT company. Basically, I'm a student.
I'm a mother of 4 children.
I'm from England and I work in the IT industry.
And I design web pages.
Where's your bag?
My bag?
Yeah.
Alison Mooney is a personality analyst, an expert in why people do things and how they'll react in certain situations.
Okay, is this your only bag?
Which is the other one? Okay, let's get into it. Let's start getting things out here. Come on, help me. Did you pack this? Come on, what's in there? What's in there? Can we have a look in there, please?
No, it's just lady stuff.
Lady stuff?
Alison will help select the final 12, who will have no secrets and no privacy.
The purpose of the bag exercise was to really look and identify personality within the group. And what we did was we went around and we just had a look at the different bags. So what we chose to do was look at hers, see if we could actually create some emotion from her in regards to embarrassing her to the point where she had to actually open it up and throw it out. So in doing that, there's certain people that would like to do that, there are certain people that didn't.
At first I was feeling a bit sting, it's like everyone's seeing my underwear and all my little ladies things and stuff like that, but I thought, everyone's seen it, they're all mature people, so what the hey.
But you didn't find any condoms.
Did anybody bring condoms?
That's a little bit too long there, man.
And this is Treasure Island. Less than 1 square kilometre of uninhabited beaches, rugged bush and rocky outcrops. While 12 will come to live here, only 1 will last and ultimately find the secret of Treasure Island.
And now what we're going to do is we've got to lighten the ship a little bit. Chris is the only one of them who can see what's happening, and he knows where they've got to go, he knows how to get them off the ship, and he's going to lead them. They've got to trust him and follow wherever he leads. So you ready, Chris? Yep. Are you ready, red team?
Yes.
Okay, let's go, let's do it.
Okay, guys, it was nice knowing you.
You're about to go off the cliff. You're doing well.
At 42, Chris is the oldest of the male candidates. He is a father of 3, used to having people rely on him for their safety, but pushing himself to the front of the group does not always come naturally.
Keep going. Keep going.
In any group, there's always people who are good at leading in a specific situation, and I guess I just use a judgment call, and if it was needed, then I make a suggestion, and if they go along with it, that's fine. You know.
Go, my wetsuit, but listen for splash.
Well, your wetsuit should hold it.
Now go.
I get the feeling that you're the sort of person that hangs back until you're needed and then comes in and leads, but you don't naturally jump in to take over from the beginning.
I think that's a Capricorn trait.
A trait which the producers will need to see coming to the fore if Chris is to continue on this adventure.
Standing up on the plank. Okay, ready?
Away. Let's see how fast we can get off the end there.
Quickly to the end now. Keep going, keep going.
Jumping off the gangplank, yeah, that was really sort of scary because you couldn't see what you were doing, and then when I hit the water, I wasn't expecting the water to be, I thought it might have been a bit lower down, but I just swallowed bucketfuls of water.
Go, go.
For Loretta, facing her greatest fears or even admitting she has them is a major hurdle.
I'm actually quite a fearful person. I try and put up a front where I'm really confident in things, but underneath I'm really quite a coward.
So the fear thing, like I'm in a situation where we're under immense pressure and I may be in physical danger, you know, am I going to be able to depend on you?
Of course you are. If you're in a life-threatening situation, I'm willing to help, absolutely.
Life-threatening it could be, beautiful it is definitely, but behind this facade is a legend of pirates and mutineers, and somewhere buried here, a secret only one of our 12 will survive to uncover. Our prospective castaways have been divided into 2 groups. One is about to have tested their ability to turn simple items into useful tools.
On the beach there, you'll see a marked out area in the fluorescent paint. And right in the middle of it, there's a plinth which has a goblet of pirate's blood in it. The blood has to be brought back to the ship without any of it being spilt. You will be given 3 pieces of string and 4 rubber bands. They are the only tools you will have to retrieve the goblet. On the boat here, over the far side, there will be 2 planks and a piece of rope. And the people who remain have to figure out how to use those to build a cantilever out the side of the boat in order to retrieve the blood from the people who are bringing it back.
That goblet, all you do is get the rubber band, tie the strings around it. As you pull the strings apart, make it like a noose, pull it down over it and then let it collapse and then very carefully lift it off.
Okay. Are you a swimmer?
A smart solution from Angus, who thinks he has leadership all worked out. but is reluctant to put up a fight to prove it.
I think it's called getting older. There are other ways of achieving leadership roles without screaming and having tantrums. And if you can get people to do things what you want them to do without them knowing, well, isn't that what leadership is about, rather than screaming and having little tantrums?
Back on the boat, the mostly male side of the team has the planks all worked out. There's no doubt that intelligence will play a big part in the challenge these people face, and some of them have already learnt that.
We can support the far end of it. I've had a lot of education. Life is learning. If you spend a lot of your life in a learning institution, you learn how to learn, and you learn how to think. That's what I do.
If someone touches the wire, that person has to go and stand in that square over there for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And then the rest of the team has to carry on without them.
Okay. So once we get the goblet, should we just move to the left? And then does someone grab it?
Yep.
Okay. And then the other person might
you guys all grab it?
Here we have 4 chiefs, no Indians, and plenty of individual agendas.
I go into things wanting to achieve the objective that I set. That might not be winning all the time. It depends what it is. I mean, I don't care about the money. I don't care about, being on TV. I mean, that's okay. But for me, the only reason to do it would be to just to chill out and force myself to be in an environment where I was out of my comfort zone.
Can I talk about the makeup and stuff? And that was of concern to you, how you look?
Of course it would be. I mean, why would I want to go on national television and look like some sort of frump or something? Yes, it's important to me. And that would be, if I'm being completely honest, that would be one of the reasons I would be hesitant about doing something like this.
3 days on this island without makeup, you're not comfortable going on camera.
I'd think twice about it.
Oh, no touching the string.
Angus has the blue team on the right track, but Pieta has touched the forbidden wire fence, though some would argue.
She didn't touch it. I honestly
sorry, got to keep the string off it as well. It'll travel up the string. Very, very dangerous.
Back on the boat, some of the smarter individuals already have the plank prepared, and now they're looking for the lightest person to crawl out to one end while they sit on the other.
You don't know.
Sonny gets the job.
All you're going to do is you're going to crawl out on the plank.
Yeah.
And pretty much just bend down while they pass you up the cup.
Okay.
And you're going to come back in, pass it to someone probably.
No.
Yeah, if you fall, it's all on you. Actually.
While back on shore,
Beautiful.
Oh, looking pretty good there.
Oh, beautiful.
No spilling, no spilling.
Beautiful.
Very nice. No worries.
goblet of blood in hand, the rest of the blue team must return it to the boat without spilling a drop, while their teammates have the plank and Sonny ready for the mission.
Go on your stomach. Hold on.
Whoa! Tane Randall!
Well, it may not be that Tane Randall, but Tama's likeness to an All Black captain has not gone unnoticed, especially by him.
If I go out in the town, I get that, oh my God, that guy looks like Tane Randall, or something like that. And people come up and ask me if I'm Tane Randall sometimes.
Does it help you with women?
It has. It has helped me pull women.
Do you not actually say who you are?
Well, people come up and they ask me, are you Tane Randall? And I go, and walk off. So it leaves them in the mind. I'm not actually saying that I am, so I'm not lying, but I'm not saying that I'm not. So they're still in two minds about it.
You must be in a lot of trouble.
If he ever turns up, he's going to be pretty unhappy.
Such willingness to use any method possible to achieve your goal may not be such a bad thing, where some of these candidates will end up. Their determination is not in doubt, but there is much more stress to come.
Oh, look at it bending. Look at it bending. Keeping that very, very level. Have to redo the whole thing if you're still in it. Yeah. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Don't jump off. Don't jump off. Okay.
There are 19. Soon, there'll be 12.
Very well done.
I think of myself as outgoing. I'm a little bit precious.
I'm a rugby player.
Tend to be a bit of a mover and shaker.
I'm fun. I like organising other people. Definitely physical.
I like sleeping.
I love talking a lot.
I'm crazy.
I'm different. I'm different because I'm me.
In the protected environment of Auckland's Hauraki Gulf, the 19 face no real dangers other than themselves. And they can only place themselves at risk in the way they choose to approach tasks. But some, especially 25-year-old Levi, will be calling on more than their teammates on this adventure. he will rely on his deep religious convictions.
I don't think it makes me extremely different to anyone else, or I'm just a normal human being. I just have different beliefs than what some people do.
Do you think that God's shining on you?
I think, yes. And not in the sense that it's shiny, but I think that I've been protected in a lot of situations I have been in where I could have been potentially hurt. Yeah, I think I haven't.
Shot, boo. Nice. You're obviously a really nice guy. The Christian beliefs, everything like that, you help out a lot. But I get in a situation where I'm in physical danger or something like that and I need someone to bust their ass and help me, you know. Are you going to be there?
Yeah. I'll never leave anyone behind, or no. Even if I hated the guts, I'd, yeah.
Ready? Ready. Grab done. 1, 2, 3. Hop!
Herbie's 130-kilo frame will take plenty of support. Though he's a natural entertainer, he'll need to prove the physical side of the task ahead is not beyond him.
Being big can be annoying, but it's got its strong points and it's got its weak points. You're lucky. It's real cool in a way because for myself, I want to be skinnier, but like my family and my close friends all love me for who I am. You know, it doesn't matter if I'm big or small. They just think I'm just their big teddy bear. Okay.
Next we catch and muck it up. We don't want to get a hold of stuff.
I was thinking, man, this is going to be hard because I've never been able to do the swing properly, like hold my weight up with my arms and swing across things. And yesterday, that just fully blew me away because all the boys put their bodies on the line to get me back. You know, no one was seeking for themselves. And as I swung over and I got back, like all the boys, there was like 4 or 5 of them, they're all holding the rope trying to hold me up. And I slipped down and Chris was totally underneath me, so I ended up landing on all the bodies that were under there. But we all just had a big laugh. It just made me feel a whole lot more confident around these guys because they look out for you.
But will one member's shortcomings irritate the team when the pressure goes on?
I think if I was honest, I said people do stress me out, but not to any great extent because you got to just cope with it.
So do you internalise it or do you express it?
No, I express it. Definitely express it. Oh, I'm good at swearing.
Strong, stable, diplomatic, Chris is staking his claim as the father figure.
You tighten that other rope, her feet rope up.
That's just a loop over. It's all right. Okay, now just that's tight.
Here, everyone is sure they're right. In Daniel, that means an unwavering belief in his own opinion that could tell against him.
So do you irritate people?
Not as a rule. I don't think I've got people tend to. I don't grate anybody. I haven't got any enemies or anything like that.
You can arrogantly sit there and say you know it all. I call bullshit, you know.
That's not going to bother me in the slightest. It's going to rub off my back. I don't really care.
Back on board the boat, a test of strength and trust. What happens when someone is left to rely entirely on their teammates?
We're going to start down the back of the boat here. One person is going to climb over the side, and you have to make your way right around the rim of the boat and back up the other side there, hop back on, and you are not allowed to hold the sides of the boat at all.
Okay, should I sit on the chain?
Yep. Okay, you're going under the bowsprit there, Anika.
Oh, bit of rope burn.
Got me?
Pull it down to your waist, otherwise you get rope burn under your arms.
Yep.
One scary part was just on the side of the boat there, hanging off the boat. But I mean, it wasn't really scary. It was just a bit of get your heart racing a bit of excitement.
Anika, grab the ropes. Grab the big ropes. Grab the big ropes.
This one.
This one. That's it.
Anika's major fear is being alone. And on this adventure, we can't guarantee that she won't be.
I've been overseas away for a while and I was alone by myself a lot of the time, and I didn't really enjoy that experience. So I don't know. I don't like being alone, so that's not really. I don't want to be. I'd rather be. I don't mind being alone with other people if there's some other people around and everything, but I mean, if it's something that I had to do, I definitely would do it, but I don't enjoy it.
But when it comes down to it, Anika will always have doubts.
Now slowly grab this, go to this one next.
As the leaders stake their claim, 37-year-old Debbie wants to be boss.
I get enthusiastic about an idea and I see the idea there, and sometimes my conclusion, there, I've got it, I know what we can do. And I might come across as bossy when I try and portray that.
That's right. Okay, go.
But if Debbie gets as far as the island, she'll be leaving behind a husband and 4 young children. There are doubts she will cope without contact.
I've thought about it really seriously. I've got some really close friends that I've said if I was away for a week or had to go to hospital or had to go away, would you be able to help me out? And I've got a couple of really close friends and a very supportive husband.
So when I say been away, I'm talking about no contact whatsoever.
I understand that.
That's not a problem.
I have thought really deeply and I understand that it's 3 weeks no contact, if it could be, yeah.
Their destination is as isolated as it is idyllic, but the sun doesn't always shine here because this island has some secret threats all of its own. The 12 people who will make it through this selection process will face a life of no television, no books, nothing for entertainment, except themselves and the secrets of Treasure Island.
A chant or a rap containing the words boat, pirate.
Flag team pirates.
Flag.
Flag.
Blood.
Flag.
Oh, no, boat. I reckon we rap it.
Yeah.
So we start with that. Yeah, the red time. White chant.
A part-time professional entertainer, Ali is determined that her red team will shine in this event, if they can ever agree.
Do a chant. Chant's easier than a rap.
No, it's terrible. We've got to be styling at the same time.
The lack of musical ability in her teammates is irritating, to say the least.
Jimmer. You know, it helps. When I get tired, I get moody. When we're doing the chant on the beach, I wanted it to rhyme, and I wanted it to be something really good, and it plainly wasn't going to be. So I just thought, oh, okay.
Hugo has abandoned the red team. He doesn't know it, but such behaviour may jeopardise his chances of ever getting to the island.
All right.
And people are slowly disappearing for some bizarre reason.
Okay.
They're just pulling one at a time, so, okay.
Why would Hugo walk out on his team?
Oh, I don't like singing. Don't like chanting.
I would say that Hugo is not a team player. That's not to say that I don't think he's a nice guy, because I think he is. He's got his own strengths, but he's not a team player. And I generally tend to get on better with people who work together as a team.
They're going to embarrass themselves.
If that worries Hugo, it should worry his team.
Oh, none of them embarrassed, but I'm just not a good chanter. I'm a good singer.
Is it natural for you to sort of disappear out from a team environment?
Yeah, probably. I like to see what's going on around the reef area.
There once was a jolly boat, captained by the pirate blood, hoisted up his flag as he sailed on.
Mother hen Debbie has her brood well under control, but the stakes are about to be raised. As nightfall looms, so does a severe test of self-reliance and a task which will suppress most of these bubbly personalities.
Flags like blood! Flags like blood!
A disgruntled Hugo is back in line, if only briefly.
And we still run the place!
Now, they're all out to impress, at least until their guard comes down.
I see myself as being very positive.
I'll try anything once.
I'm very sensitive at times.
I'm very motivated.
Yeah, I'm a really, really nice guy and always keen to try something new.
Pretty outgoing.
Pretty intelligent. My parents are very proud of me.
Fun, flirty.
Romantic.
A bit mischievous, I suppose.
I'm an extrovert very much.
I have some weaknesses, I just can't think of them at the moment.
Your next activity is going to be probably the most extreme test of team initiative that you have had so far today, and cooperation. That's what we're looking for. The task is the tree that's just over behind us here that's got a guy hanging in it. Just about where he is, there's a flag hanging. We're going to rope you together as a team, about 1 metre apart, and then you climb the tree until the bottom person reaches the flag.
If this happy chain has a weak link, this task will find it.
Anybody nervous? Who?
I really need to pee.
Get in there. Okay. I wish I was taller, I can tell you that. I really do.
I can get very snickety if I'm pushed too far. I've got high tolerance level. Absolutely, I'll let people be themselves. I'm happy stepping back and letting other people lead, but if I believe it's a dangerous situation, then I'm prepared to step in and get really snotty about it and take control.
Determined or not, the smaller women are struggling physically, which suggests they may struggle to survive what lies ahead.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Lever! The man is good with his hands, that's all I can say.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling?
Like I need a gin and tonic. Oh, don't do that!
I need a hand!
Probably the high point, quite literally, was the climbing up the tree, because I'm not the best person with heights, and I'm a bit of a wuss, but I was willing to give it a go, and I think everyone worked really, really well together, and I felt quite triumphant after that.
Loretta is the smallest, and again, the most scared.
I'm bleeding!
Loretta, what are you doing?
I don't know. A vertically challenge.
What are you hanging upside down for then? Loretta?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Are you really?
No.
I was terrified, but at the top it was worth it. You know, you got to put the fear behind you, I think. Yeah.
Did you feel like getting up and climbing the tree again? Or?
I could do it again, yeah.
So you've conquered it and you move on?
You do, yeah.
I know.
But what will matter on Treasure Island is what her team think of Loretta, the person.
I hope they think I'm pretty easygoing, fairly level-headed.
As day one draws to an end, the heat, the waiting round, and the things they don't know are testing some people's patience.
Towards the end of the day when we were watching the guys go, the other group go up the tree, I overheard you saying like you had a headache, you were tired, you'd had enough of it, you were just sitting watching, and you said you had a headache.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah.
No, I only had a headache because I haven't had any coffee. I've had coffee now, I'm fine.
So you said, okay, go and wait around and play around or whatever, muck around for an hour or something, because I like to set myself time limits and things, so it has got a little bit frustrating at times.
I've had the occasional gripe. Nothing that really to me is unexpected. It is a big thing to organise.
You've got the flag!
Victory for some, but others already have doubts about their chances of making the final 12.
A few people turned around when you said it's an individual thing, do it for yourself, and said, oh, this is, I won't swear, but rubbish, we won't be in it. I was one of them people. And they were basically the people who weren't interested in being better than the next person.
10 men and 9 women started the elimination process. By the end of tomorrow, there will be just 12 left. But as night falls, an even tougher test is about to befall a very hungry, frustrated, and tired bunch.
And it's important that you get a good night's sleep. Somebody said, is this going to be one of those sleep deprivation exercises? No, it's not. I'd just like to take you and show you the 5-star accommodation that we've jacked up for the night. If you'd like to come with me.
This old Sea Cadet Lodge will provide shelter for the night.
Just wander on through. We'd like you to take in all of the surroundings, let everybody have a good look. And beyond. Soak it in. It smells good, doesn't it? It's got that warm, homey sort of smell.
Not so bad.
What our candidates will need to work out is how to put their 19 bodies into just 14 bunks, a test of their willingness to sacrifice something for their teammates.
After hours, you might have to make your own sparks, that's it.
No.
So I guess you're all pretty tired? You're pretty looking forward to relaxing? Looking forward to relaxing. Hungry?
If they thought the basic shelter was a bit tough, they're in for a surprise with the food.
We figure that because you're very special individuals, you need to be able to do some of the preparation yourselves. So make the most of your feast. Don't eat it all at once. And then we'd like you to just sort of settle down because you're going to have a big, busy day tomorrow. Everything else you've needed has come.
The team have been given 1 Swiss Army knife, flour, oil, potatoes, crabs, and 4 whole snapper.
It's just disgusting. I was coming for my meal.
But Sunny has a problem that could jeopardize her survival if she makes it onto the island.
I don't eat fish or seafood, so yeah, I'll just be starving, I guess. I just got the water. When I was about 2 years old, something like that, my dad used to go scuba diving and he'd put all the fish and crayfish and stuff into the bath. And one time, because I was like right into swimming and stuff like that, loved being in the water, and so I just went screaming into the bath, jumped in amongst all these crayfish and stuff, and since then I just haven't eaten it.
So if I was quite specific here and said, you are going to be put in a situation where you're going to have to eat fish. Do you want to continue on?
Yeah, there'd always be something else there. Man cannot live on fish alone.
We've been given about 5 whole snappers, just whole, so we're beginning to chop them up and fillet them, and we've only got a Swiss Army knife, so this is basically all we had to use. And it's actually working considerably well, but we'll get there. It's just going to take a bit of time, I think.
At least we're eating something.
Yeah.
Thank God.
When they were complaining about fish, I was basically just going to gut them and put them on the barbecue because it saves a bit of time and also it's a lot easier to eat. Well, and scale them as well because you can just cake it off. You don't have to worry about bones. But no, a few people wanted them filleted and heads off and what have you, which ended up grossing people out anyway. But I just did. I tried to explain my situation, but there were too many people complaining about it.
Obviously, you got irritated by the people that weren't assisting. You just got in and did it all. You know, why not turn around and give a few a serve and say, let's get on with it?
Oh, I did in the end. I asked a couple of people if they wouldn't mind giving everybody cutlery and getting all the utensils ready. But I was actually enjoying what I was doing, and I didn't really notice what anyone else was doing.
I just want to eat the head. Delicacy, man. It's awesome.
Seeing it prepared just made my stomach a little bit apprehensive about eating it.
Herbie has an eat-anything philosophy, but what we're looking for is the real person inside a man who appears to do anything to get noticed.
Scales don't taste too good, but raw fish. Thanks, Mum.
Yeah.
See, what I think is it's just a stunt for the camera.
That's me.
It's loaded, you know, it's just you playing up saying, I want to be on TV, I'm sucking the limelight here. I was getting a bit tired of it. Do you find other people around you get a bit tired of it?
Yeah, but the fish heads are me. That is a delicacy for sure, bro. I eat fish heads like it's going out of fashion.
So when people get irritated with you, you back off or you just keep ploughing on in there?
I kind of find it hard to find a line to draw, you know, so I usually get to a point when someone goes, okay, I'm annoyed with you, and then I'll step back and, you know, and try and collect myself and then have to do the whole big apology thing later. And
there's a bit of a problem in the group also in that some people are vegetarians and I'm sort of fast becoming one. So we've got to manage how to deal with that.
Hacking at
That is the most disgusting thing I've seen. Dinner last night was awful. It was awful. Okay, we'd had a hard day and I was looking forward to something nice to eat and didn't get it. I think the thing is that anybody could live like this, but the question is whether you'd want to.
And how long could you last?
I have to give that some serious consideration.
I only got agitated by the people that were whinging, you know, we've been given all this amazing opportunity and then they bag it and I'm just, well, why are you here then? I mean, go home.
We have 19 people to feed. Like and I think we'll just share it. We've got damper and we've got this crab stuff as well and a whole heap of spuds. But everyone was hungry, so you got to expect that. They just wanted to get in there and eat. And the fish turned out all right. It should have been cooked a lot better, but I mean, we still ate. Everyone was satisfied afterwards. Fish is cooking well.
So what would happen to this lot if they were desperate for food and had to kill to survive?
if I was hungry, I'd hunt it and I'll eat it.
I'll eat tomatoes and onions for a whole week, then going, sorry, kill an animal.
Drive a steer through a beast running in the wild would be quite difficult. I'd eat it, but I'd be willing to help, but it would be quite hard.
We are the champions, my friend.
Down, down.
And we'll keep on fighting till the end.
Now there are 19, but at the end of tomorrow, there'll be just 12. And then finally, only one who will discover the secret of Treasure Island.
No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
The morning after a sleepless night is sure to bring out the best in our hopeful bunch of adventurers.
Go away, you evil man.
Where they're going, they will live almost on top of each other, men and women, in a very confined space. But Levi appears determined to stick by his principles.
I believe that biblically you should stay a virgin till you're married. It's extremely hard, I must admit.
So what if you're in a confined situation for a long period of time with some real babes. How do you think you're going to handle that?
I would. Yeah.
Would there be anybody here that's coming on to you?
Oh, no, I haven't had any of that.
You haven't picked up any vibes that there's interest?
No.
No?
No.
I don't look at them in that light. They're all just, you know, we've hardly known each other and we're all just friends.
Maybe Ellie, Loretta and P, that's what I call it, Peter, yeah, would come into the equation. I mean, but if you go to a pub and you meet someone, I mean, you're not really going to know what they look like, so you go for the good lookers. Until the end of the night where you take what you get.
The objective of this is to have half of your team on each side. You'll notice that there are white marked pieces of timber and orange.
With the cut to the final 12 just around the corner, the 19 are about to discover that horrible feeling of letting a team down, again and again.
The only common ground you may share is inside the marked box with the red and white striping in it.
One slip and everyone is back to square one.
All right, grab it. Down.
Each person has filled out a detailed personality questionnaire describing themselves. But according to analyst Alison Mooney, some may not be telling the whole truth.
In your profile, you've come up as very popular, powerful type, but you've been a bit of a non-event for me, and you've blended into the scenery, as it were. I haven't sort of seen you out there doing something.
Perhaps when those profiles were filled in, there was the thought in the back of everybody's heads as to what you might be looking for.
So you lied?
Perhaps if what you might think of being deceptive was choosing one over another, that I thought I had several choices for, then sure, maybe there was deception there.
But will a little deception outweigh Matt's obvious intellect and problem-solving skills when the final cut is made?
Hold on, look, remember this is the last. Don't, mate, you have to touch the ground.
It's actually really quite easy.
This may look like a game, but some are taking it very, very seriously.
Okay, what team
Sort of
needs
throw
to
it.
start again? The sad part of it is you placed your foot on the block. What?
I actually got a little bit frustrated in the game this morning because I think I worked out the pattern before some of the others in our team did, and without trying to look too bossy, I was trying to sort of get them to, you know, work out what it was and come along with me.
You're gonna have to. Hey, watch it here. Watch it here. Yeah. Careful. Hands stop. You guys stop.
It's gone, white team, start again.
White team, start again.
Crossover, plank drop.
I don't believe it. I bloody believe it.
Susan?
Sick.
How's sick?
Very sick.
Okay, what's up from that side then?
Failure is hard to take for Susan.
Okay. It's unfair. It's a team game. Take it away from me.
In the plank building thing, right?
Yeah.
We saw you make a mistake.
Yeah.
The camera then followed you away, and you actually sort of turned to the camera and told the camera to go away.
Yep.
Is that something that happens? You get angry when things go
No,
wrong?
I wasn't angry, but he was following me around. He'd been there for quite some time. I'd given him my reaction, and he was just standing there. I didn't actually tell him to go away. I told him it was a team activity, so yeah, off you trot. I don't think I was angry. I was just disappointed because it was my stuff up, and we got that far, and it was a bit of a drag to start again.
Just hop off.
Yahoo!
Now bring that slot.
What was the secret, guys?
That one.
Slow, steady work.
Well, I've been quite fascinated by you over the last 24 hours. Just what you recorded on your profile is not what I'm seeing. I don't see you relating that well to people. You're quite a loner.
Sure. That test based on people I know. I take a while to get to know people. I don't treat people I don't know as my mates. It's almost a bit false to me. Once I know people, I open up to them. I'm friendly and, yeah, reasonably popular.
Inevitably, there are too many bosses and not enough workers.
White team,
Just get off. A lot of the people in the blue team would like to have everything done their own way. But I think they're all the sort of people who recognise that that's what they're doing, and they'll also pull back from that if they feel that it's not being received particularly well.
Victory for the team, but ultimately the individuals will have to step forward. So we need to find out who can handle the embarrassment of an impromptu performance which shows their individual personalities.
They have to do a minute 30 of something. It can be comedy, it can be music, it can be whatever. 3, 2, 1.
If you're happy and you know, clap your hands.
I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous. I just wanna be a star.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could tell you were a man of distinction, a real big spender.
All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you.
And you can tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, I'm being a real dick right now. Ooh! And I know how to get along and so you're back from outer space. I see you here without that look upon your face.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz?
Papa, say yes! No, that's Papa, that's how it goes. Papa, everyone knows.
And it was a free, the cheeks are free, grease. Go, 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 go. Woo!
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. Woo! Da da da, woo woo, da da da, da da da.
Go, Playboy!
At 18, Clint is the youngest of the candidates.
I haven't seen, I've seen the physical ability and stuff like that. You know, when you're asked to perform, you take your clothes off. Is there anything deeper there?
Well, I'm not much of a singer or anything like that, and it's pretty rushed. I couldn't bring a song to mind, so I just thought, oh well, may as well strip, got nothing else to do. So, yeah.
So that's first cab off the rank, take your clothes off.
Sounds pretty rugged, but yeah.
Who wouldn't you want to be in the trenches with?
I don't think I'd like to be in the trenches probably with Clint, more because we have less in common. He's a very young guy and does very young guy things, and I guess I'm enough older than him to begin to find that irritating.
Perhaps Hugo, because I didn't really know where I stood with him, or I don't know if anyone in the group really knew where we stood with him because he was quite quiet, and I found that a little bit difficult.
Probably Paul, but quiet, not outgoing.
He's from England, and he was talking quite freely about what England was like the other day, last night. And I'm from England, and I must be from a different part of England than him.
Over the past 2 days, these 19 people have been obsessed with appearing to be a united team. Now, we will ask them to turn on each other and fight for themselves alone.
So the scenario is, there's 3 of you on a life raft. You've been stuck out in the middle of the ocean for quite some time, but it's being damaged. To actually survive any longer from now on in, you have to decide to sacrifice one person. No one can volunteer to do that. You have to spend the next 2.5 minutes convincing each other why you should be the person that stays on the boat, but in 2.5 minutes from now, someone has to go.
I think the strongest swimmer should go.
Yeah, and you're definitely the strongest.
I definitely think you're the strongest swimmer. I'm a very weak swimmer.
I'm pretty small, I don't eat much, and you know, we're pretty low on supplies now. I'm a woman.
Well,
I can't go off.
Whoever's the smallest goes over.
True, we could fight for it, but
yes.
You're going?
You know, some of us are very dirty fighters.
I've actually got probably more reserves than any of you. I can last longer without having to eat at anything.
Now it should be one male and one female stay on board.
There are arguments of gender.
No, you need the opposite sex to keep you going. Should be one of you boys.
Not in a life raft. So if you're a strong swimmer, then really it should be.
Of physical fitness.
Not from here, not from here. There's no point in me dying when you can get out and swim.
Who knows when a rescue boat might turn up? I would drown first before you would live much longer.
No great loss.
I got youth and vigour.
Of age.
Enthusiasm and old age and wisdom.
We'll end up having to fight it.
Despite being a mother of 4, Debbie is persuaded to jump.
Guys, you sort it out now, or you will all be disqualified, so someone goes.
Ultimately, and maybe not surprisingly, it comes down to aggressive male versus female.
Hey! Woo!
We're 2 weeks on, the raft has been damaged again, and now you're faced with only being able to leave one on the boat. You have 1 minute to decide who goes this time.
Yeah, nah, you go.
I instigated it before.
You go. You go.
I definitely think you should go.
You go.
You're going to have to be the gentleman anyway.
I've got the stickability, man. I can survive for a long time.
No.
I've got to keep this boat going. I've got to keep it going, and I'm the only one who can do it.
It's doers and thinkers.
I definitely think you should go.
You think I should go? I don't think I should go.
Oh, well.
I can handle the sun, and I'm determined to get to the end, so...
2, 1,
Later, then.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going. Oh, no. No.
Even father figure Chris turns to male aggression.
There's going to be a simple way to sort this out, isn't there?
Probably.
But for Angus and Matt, what starts as a play fight turns into a serious battle for survival. Matt and Angus's fight has shown their willingness to use aggression. The worry is that it's against each other and whether the stress ahead would provoke such behaviour again.
I think we'd revert back to our animal instincts fairly quick if we were forced into it.
One of the questions you asked me is whether I'd kill an animal.
What are you saying? I think you can learn how brutal you can be. Maybe it's just the bikini. It has worked before.
Treasure Island will be for them all a test of survival and a test of skill. There are hidden secrets here, but before they arrive on these shores, 7 people must walk the plank for good. And that's next. Treasure Island, a place of sanctuary and secrets. Just 12 will land here, and while some are complaining, others are pitching.
I think I'd be an interesting person to have on the island, and I think maybe I would take care of people without being smothery, so I think, you know, I'd be a good first aid person.
She just seems too goody-good. She's forever asking you if you're all right, and yeah. I think that would probably tend to get on the nerves after a while.
Who'd I at least want to be in my team? Probably Nikki. Nikki can be slowish at stages.
Probably Dan. That's it.
Didn't like Dan?
It's not that I don't like him. It's just he's just a completely different person to me, I think. I get the perception that if you put him in a really hard situation, he'd pike out.
Oh, what do I personally bring to the group? Caring and nurturing, being a mother. I definitely see myself as a supporter.
It's hard to say what she talks about is just something I'm not interested in. Just rubbish, kid stuff, pretty much. I know she's a mother, I think. I think that's probably the difference.
Who's the biggest egotist?
The girl with the short, spiky red hair. Possibly. Yeah, Susan.
Some of the guys this morning in that game, I mean, I know I made that stuff up, but some of the guys this morning in the game, you know, think they know it all and rush in too quickly.
Whatever their hopes and dreams, soon the 19 will be 12.
I would love to go and spend time on an island, fending for ourselves in a group. It's excellent. It's Robinson Crusoe dream, isn't it? Everyone's had it.
If you go, the conditions will be hard, but they will be pleasant. What I do need to know before we start filing you through and telling you whether you're going home or whether you're going away is if anyone here wants to pull out. You must make the decision now. Because if I say yes, I'm expecting you to say yes.
So the 19 now becomes 12. Their strengths and weaknesses are exposed. Only 12 can survive and help find the secret of Treasure Island.
As you're probably aware, we started with 3,000 people. We got it down to nearly 20 this weekend, and we have to go ahead and lose another 7. Unfortunately, you're one of the 7 that won't be going on.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, I've got to pass on the news that you're not continuing, Paul, so sorry about that.
No problems.
Well, unfortunately, Hugo, you're not going to continue.
Okay, that's cool.
We've put you through some sort of difficult situations and we've held you out, and we can only apologise for that. But we have come to a final team now, and I'm pleased to say you're part of it.
Yes!
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Pietta's determination to make do with anything, even just raw fish, has won her a place.
We've decided that you're trouble. We've decided we're going to take you with us.
Woo! Thank you. Trouble is fun.
Ali, the entertainer, joins the team,
very much.
as does Tama.
If you want me there, I'll be there.
We want you here. You're on your way. Congratulations.
Thank you. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Congratulations.
We'd like you to join us on
shot. All right, awesome.
Herbie's exceptional people skills should smooth any troubled waters.
Got hot.
Mate, unfortunately, I've got to tell you, you're not continuing.
That's all right. That's fine. No worries. It was a good experience anyway.
One of the ones we can't take with us.
No, that's all right.
Sorry about that, mate. I can say that you were going very close until the last scene on the boat. We've taken that into consideration, and we have decided you're through.
Yeah.
So when you meet him on the island, you're not going to beat him up?
No.
Because you're going to the island.
Excellent. That's cool.
Despite his spat with Angus, Matt's problem-solving got him through, but Sonny's got other issues.
We had a couple of problems with you over the weekend. The amount of luggage you had, for a start, obviously.
Yep.
And a real problem that you can't or won't or choose not to eat fish.
Yep.
And that has been a problem for us.
Okay.
What that's going to become is a problem for you. Because we've decided to put you in the team and you're going.
Really? Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It is so cool. I had a little pray about it as well, so.
It is going to be a situation where a lot of the things that you have mentioned as being disturbing to you will be put in place. And we think you'll struggle with some of those, but we'd still like to take you with us and find out how you go.
I know. I thought you'd probably say that, and I thought I'd make sort of the decision that you guys made the decision, and if I said no, I didn't want to go, it would be because I was being soft, and that's exactly the reason I think I should put myself through it, really just to come out maybe as a better person. But, yeah.
Chris's nerves are showing. He's a strong leader, but a quiet one.
That was very difficult, and unfortunately, you're in.
Awesome.
Not unfortunately. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's excellent.
Debbie may be making the biggest sacrifice of all.
I'm going to ask you one more question. Are you happy to leave your children for that period of time?
I've considered it really. I've talked to my husband about it, and yeah, he's supporting me.
Well, once you leave here, you can give him a call and tell him he's going to have to look after the kids for a while because you're coming with us.
Cool. Awesome.
Well, go home and make all those meals that they want for 30 days, 25 or whatever.
It's all right. We've got takeaways really close.
You've done really well, and we were looking for certain dynamics to put together for the team. What I've got to say is, unfortunately, you're not part of that team.
That's fine. That's fine. No worries.
So, thanks very much for coming for the weekend. I hope you enjoyed it.
But as Loretta leaves, we strike a major problem with Anika, who had been on our list of 12.
I just basically want to be guaranteed that I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm going to be by myself alone, as in I've had an experience of being alone in a day in the forest by myself, and it wasn't a very pleasant experience, and I promised myself I'd never be in that kind of situation where I'm going to be put. I never want to be put in that kind of situation again where that's going to happen.
You asked for a guarantee. Based on what you just told me then, I can't offer you that guarantee.
Okay.
Should
If you can't offer me that guarantee, then no.
you won't go ahead.
Yeah.
That's your final decision.
If you can't offer me that guarantee.
I can't
then
offer you
no.
that guarantee.
Yep. Okay, no.
Well, that's the way it has to be then. I'm
Yep.
sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Thanks for coming this far.
Okay, thanks very much anyway.
Anika's withdrawal is an unexpected shock. Her phobia of being alone has meant she has had to turn down her chance. Loretta, who had thought she wasn't going, has been asked to return from the boat waiting to take the unsuccessful applicants home. She will take Anika's place in that final 12. So the 19 are now the final 12 and about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. They know they're going to an island. They don't know where. They don't know what they'll be required to do. They know there's big prize money for one of them. They'll start with 12, but every 5 days, a further 2 people will be eliminated. That's all they know until their departure.
My name's Herbie.
I'm Matt. My name's Tama.
My name's Chris.
I'm Peter.
Oh, I'm Levi.
My name's Ali.
My name's Angus.
I'm Susan.
I'm Sunny.
My name's Loretta.
I'm Debbie.
They are the 12 people who will take on this adventure and compete to uncover the secret of Treasure Island. Several weeks later, the 12 successful candidates are reunited at Auckland Airport. They still don't know where they're going or why, just that they'll have to survive.
See ya.
But their wait is nearly over. By this time tomorrow, they'll be living in their new environment. But for now, Loretta, who feels lucky to be here at all, has been given the mystery tickets.
Where are we going?
Okay.
We're all getting separate.
Wow, I'm shaky.
Oh yeah, we're all going to different places.
Nandi, Fiji. Hornsby. Lambo.
Yep.
Sherman.
Why, yes.
Already, they seem to have forgotten that this is not a holiday.
I got White Island.
We're hoping for sort of white beaches and a bit of fun.
This is going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Like tropics. Better work on my tan.
Fiji would be beautiful, but quite how far are you taking us from Fiji? We'll need to find out, aren't we?
It's good. Never been overseas before.
But just before departure, Ali finds a problem with her ticket and is suddenly worried about whether she'll be able to board that plane to Nandi.
My ticket is under the name of Ali Fox, which is a name I use for work, and my passport is under my real name, which is Foskett. So I think we're going to have to try and do some negotiating and see if we can strike a deal and get me on the plane. I don't have any bosoms, so I can't do that one. But smile?
Names on an air ticket and a passport must match, and for Ali, time is running out. After all she's been through, Ali may never see Treasure Island.
I'm going to practice my smile. I'm on the Air Pacific flight.
Right.
And the name that appears on my passport is not the same as the one that appears on my ticket. It was a mistake made with my ticket. I kind of use 2 names, and it's the name on the ticket is the one I use, and the one in my passport is my real name.
I'll just have to check. They have an Air Pacific office upstairs, so I'll just check and see whether they know about it.
All right, thank you.
I've got a passenger down here who's holding a ticket for Fox, and her passport's actually Foskett.
While Ali waits, it's time to see if the strict list of what our participants were allowed to bring to the island has been adhered to. There is no place for hidden extras.
Sun soap, that stuff that you spray bugs with.
Goes without saying, really.
Mum bought me these.
Bought them especially for the trip.
These are undies.
Thermal underwear.
Lower.
Jammy jams.
This is my brace, which I wear playing footy.
This is underwear, and it's going to be really handy for making things with.
Yeah. Losing is no fun.
They said I was allowed a razor, so that is a cutthroat razor.
Tweezers are for plucking the stray hairs from your kneecaps because it's so hard to shave.
No way. Any of you guys get diarrhea, give us a ring.
And at last, Ali returns with a new ticket in her hand.
They sorted me out. So I'm coming with you.
Cool.
Could only happen to me.
The team were also allowed to bring just one luxury item. In Chris's case, a guitar.
Here it is. Okay. Now, I have got some lyric sheets here. Am I allowed to lyric sheets? So you can sing along?
Audition time, I was the massage queen. I thought I'd save my little fingers and get one of these little doodackies, since I wasn't allowed to bring my 2-seater block couch.
Ooh.
Ice sculpting lotion, luxury item for the do. I think that's very important.
This is Connect 4. We all played it as kids. It'll be great fun.
Have to have the guitar.
One hickey set.
But it's a frisbee. It's something that you can take when you're trimming because it scrunches down, and it works like so.
Who can play the harmonica? If you can't, you can learn. Country and blues harmonica for the musically hopeless. So I was reading material. Oh, true. Oh, okay.
They are not allowed reading or writing matter or personal luxuries, but that hasn't stopped most of them.
This is makeup, but I don't really need to take that because I just needed it.
Oh, am I allowed that? Am I allowed it?
No.
Oh, I had a thing in there. I'm sorry.
Check it out, guys. This is all Loretta's contraband.
Cleanser and toner, which I beautifully packed into travel. Bottles, not allowed them. Not allowed my perfume, not allowed my nail file, not allowed my hand cream.
So if anyone wants some now, go for it, because
Be my guest.
Alcohol and cigarettes are also banned, but someone has decided to hide them rather than declaring them.
I had every intention of handing them in. I just didn't know when I was supposed to do that. And I didn't think it would be a good look on camera to pull rollies out of your bag.
Yes, the other packet's mine.
With nothing but the basics of life, the group head off on their adventure.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Mom. I love my mom.
First, a 3-hour flight to Fiji. For some, it is their first trip overseas. Others are seasoned travellers and fast realising that these may be their last comfortable moments before tomorrow's harsh reality check.
Tomorrow we've been told that it's basically a briefing and it's being told bit by bit of what's going to happen. We don't really find out where we're going to go until tomorrow night. We get a big rule book of rules not to do.
I don't mind saying, and I can do a plug for my beautician, that I got my eyeliner tattooed on in anticipation of this event. And I underwent 3 half-hour sessions of like needles pricking my eyes like this just so I could look naturally beautiful. Hey, empty your pockets out, Debbie. Show them what you've got in your pockets.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to ask the hostess if I'm allowed to keep the cutlery. Knife, fork and spoon.
Weapons.
Taking something from the plane may mean trouble if it's found in their camp on the island. Finally, an arrival and a taste of that intense heat that comes with living near the equator, something these 12 will learn to loathe and maybe love on their adventure ahead. They will sail west of Nandi for 4 hours, still blissfully unaware of the dangers and delights which lie ahead. 12 ordinary New Zealanders from all walks of life, students, a lawyer, account manager, mother, all about to take on a very big adventure.
No!
Some, however, are yet to get their sea legs and unprepared for what's ahead.
Hi guys, well as some of you may have worked out, we're on our way to a uninhabited Fijian island. And very shortly what we're going to do is we're going to put you into 2 teams. Now once on the island, those 2 teams will be separated and they will camp at either end of the island. From that point on, there can be no contact between those 2 teams. On the island there's a number of dangers that you'll have to face. We've got a tape from one of the local Fijians and he's going to run you through some of the things that you should avoid.
Okay, the danger you might have in the sea can have fire corals, planktons. There's a lot of sea urchins, but they're not very poisonous. The only thing you do is, if you stand on your feet, the spines are inside, so you need to poke it out with a needle. Sea snakes we have here, they are very friendly. If you trouble them, they are the most deadly ones we have in Fiji or all over the world. Much more venomous than a cobra. They'll find a sharp point of your body, which is your finger, or your nose, or your ears, or your lips. So they slide their mouth inside because the spine is right in their throat, where the poisonous one. It takes only about 2 or 3 seconds before saying goodbye. Main thing is avoid carrying fish with you, You attract moray eels, sharks because of the blood. Stingray, they bury themselves. You hardly can tell them, only their eyes popping out from in the sand. And if you stand on it, it'll whip you with a spine on the tail.
I guess I had these silly ideas. I sort of bought my new swimming costume and bought my goggles and stuff and thought I'd be doing a few laps around the island and out there doing a bit of sunbathing and stuff. And I'm like stunned. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be out there doing too much swimming with the snakes and the stingrays and the sharks.
And I suppose the next question is how do you actually survive food-wise there? Each team will be given a certain amount of provisions. They will be very basic. They will be enough for you to create other things with, but you are going to have to survive off the island. You need to fish, you need to hunt, you will need to kill the occasional thing on the island, and you will need to know what you can eat and how to eat it. So Joe will show you that as well, all right?
If you're really, really hungry on this island, you might need to catch a goat. At the moment, we have a big number of goats now on the island. The best way of catching it is chase them down to the seaside. So it's very easy to catch them while they're in the water. Drown it in the sea, and stop kicking. If you have a small penknife, then it's easy for you to start gutting them when they're already drowned.
Oh, no, if it came down to it, I'd drown a goat. I think I'd just knock it out, break its neck. So drowning it just doesn't seem...
As he said, if you're hungry enough, then yeah, drown a goat. But yeah, if I had to, if I could catch one, I'd give it a go. Well, I've actually been reading up on snares and ropes and all those sorts of things, so yeah, I think I will give it a go. Yeah, if I have to.
If you can't catch a goat, try for the bat, okay? You might need a stone or a nice stick to throw them when they are on the tree, when they're hanging. The best way to throw them when they're still hanging on the tree. The best time to catch it is at night. Just taste like chicken.
It would have to be an absolute desperate situation, which I hope we won't be faced with. That would sort of force me to eat bats and goats and stuff. Well, I think my views have changed considerably in the last hour, actually. I think my biggest concern before I got here was having a flush toilet. And now I think, well, that'd be the least of my worries.
Different people react differently under pressure. Some knuckle in, some just fold. I don't know this group well enough to know who's going to burn and bust and who's going to be quite happy.
I mean, I guess I must have known we were doing something like this, but it has superseded my worst fears, it would be fair to say.
I wanted adventure, they were going to have an adventure.
Suddenly, it is there in front of them, the island with all its dangers and its secrets.
Okay, guys, behind you is Treasure Island. Welcome to the destination. What you've got to do for the rest of the day is you've got to get your camps together, do the best you can before nightfall. Tomorrow, it's a whole new adventure for you. So all I can say is welcome to Treasure Island and good luck.
There will not be another boat visiting the island for 5 days. Then it will come to take 2 of them off the island. One person will be eliminated from each team every 5 days until there are just 2 left racing to find the secret of Treasure Island and knowing that there can only be one winner of the $25,000 that is buried somewhere here. For these 6 men and women, it is goodbye to civilization. Today they will begin to learn to live on very little and with each other. Tomorrow they will begin their hunt for the secret of Treasure Island.